Hey guys, it's my second time in this month to change the inner tube of Keilym S18 all because I tried to jump and failed or climb stairs. It's very easy to ruin your inner tube if you are trying to jump and you don't know how to jump and you fail. So you really need some guidance. As for repairments or for how to jump, you all need guidance, and that's really, I don't think the manufacturers are doing well for new beginners like me, because I don't know how to jump or hit the chair to jump. So I hope you guys can give me some advice if you are in Eastern China. First, I think the detail that the official video didn't really put is you have to unscrew this screw to move the pedal. But the official video of the Keilym changing S18, they overlook this. They just surpass this procedure. If you don't unscrew that screw, it's very hard for you to move the pedal like this way. And it's the same thing with 9-board A1. It's an antique wheel, but that screw is very small, and you have to really move that to move the pedal for several unicycle type. And I don't know, other unicycle has this problem, like you have to unscrew that small screw under the pedal, but this one is S18 has this issue. And actually I used the wrong weapon first. The size is wrong because I shouldn't use the smallest size, but it should be bigger than the smallest. But later I changed and find it worked. And you see when I'm moving this, I found out that my tool isn't working because the surface of screw is kind of ruined because my first time repairing the tube, replacing the tube. So I really tried a lot of time just to get the torque I want. You know, like the tip of the tool really gets to the screw. And I tried it several times. Luckily, I succeed. Otherwise, you know, there's no enough space for me to unscrew the big ones you can see here. And I've actually have some problem moving the big ones last time because I kind of, you know, like this one, like the surface is just ruined by me and it can't get enough power to get attached to the screw and the tool to move it. So I have, and it's just locked there. Luckily, these ones are easier because they are like it's a 10 like, but the big ones, they are like the squares. I don't know how to say in English, but it's 6 square, and it's very hard if you ruin the surface. And I'm in a very repairing friendly neighborhood, so I can find someone to help me. And they use more advanced way and some tools that I don't have, and it's very hard as the amateur if you want to repair and you have this kind of accident because the surface of the screw just ruined and you really need some help. And so I really think the official video is just take it too easy. It's not that easy. It's very hard for me actually. And you can see I'm kind of terrified by this click. You know, you have to get a click so that you knew whether you got it or you kind of ruin it. Like it's always a click and it's uncertain. And I do enjoy the experience, but it's anxious. And you have several tools to choose. I choose this is the tip of the tool is circled, and you can choose square ones. The circled one is because it can use in a more narrow angle. And I'm not a professional about those tools, but I can feel from my last two repairing experience or changing experience that different tools have different use, and the quality of tools are just very different. The real problem for me is China doesn't have those Home Depot, so it's very hard for me to get all the tools once in a whole place, or I have to buy it one after another online, and sometimes I forgot to buy miss some small issue, and it's really a pain in the ass. Like you have to wait for several few days to with the online shopping, the stuff to get delivered. So I really envy those Americans, North Americans. They have Home Depot around their neighborhood. I even can't get the tire offline. I have this only online. They offer like 18 3-inch tire. You can see when you are changing those lines, you need to remember the color. That's also the official video kind of didn't look at. If your color is wrong, like the three type of color, then you may ruin your motherboard, and it's kind of expensive. And I actually I almost ruined one, but the first time I ruined is not because of this, but almost because of this too. At the official video told you to do, and I'm not sure about the tire difference between types, like it's knobby or it's for road, so it's not that knobby. This tire is for road, so I think you can see it's not very knobby, and it's suit me fine, but I'm not really sure about the difference between each other because I don't really know the physics behind the unicycle. And I'm trying to move the inner tube out. I'm not sure, like it's with tubeless. What kind of unicycles like have tubeless tire, and what had tubeless tire? I think it will be easier to change tubeless tire. I'm not sure Emotion V13 have tubeless tire, but at least even though it doesn't have tubeless tire, it seems like in the video like it's much easier to change a tire than this Keilym S18. It really takes some time to change the tire, and actually in this video you can see I still failed because I scratched the inner tube accidentally, and it kind of can't inflate anymore because some part of the inner tube is broken. So I still failed, like after 100 minutes of changing the tire process. Now I'm waiting for my inner tube, like I booked online to get delivered the day after tomorrow. This one is the one I use today. I'm actually always buying this, and yeah, I'm kind of ruined this one. My Xiaomi inflate tool, it can inflate. You can see I show you the Keilym S18, the special tools for inflation of suspension, but Xiaomi is not enough because according to my weight, I'm 78 kilograms, and the suspension at least have to go beyond, I think, 200, around 200 psi, and the maximum of this Xiaomi is only 115. So I need some other tools to inflate my suspension, and I don't know how to adjust the suspension even now, because I never have this experience of how to adjust the suspension. I knew that Emotion V11, the suspension is easier to adjust, and for Keilym it's more hard for me.